Okay, so now let us discuss next point, that is compatible relation. Okay, in our earlier session we have discussed various properties like reflexive, irreflexive, not reflexive, symmetric, asymmetric, antisymmetric and transitive. Okay, so here we'll just discuss next term, that is compatible relation. Okay, so see what exactly compatible relation is. A relation R on set A is said to be compatible if it is reflexive and symmetric. Okay, if you remember in our earlier session when we discussed definition of equivalence relation, there what we discussed, when we can say that a given relation is equivalence relation when relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then we can say that that relation is equivalence relation. Okay, now when we can say that relation is compatible relation if it is reflexive and symmetric, not transitive. Okay, now I hope you are getting this point. Now I want to discuss a next term, that is transitive closure. Okay, see what definition they have given for transitive closure is: a transitive closure of relation R is the smallest transitive relation containing R, and that transitive closure is denoted by using this symbol. See, by using this particular symbol. If relation is denoted by using capital R, then transitive closure of that relation is denoted by using R star. Okay, and how actually we have to find R star is, for that they have given this particular theorem. See, let A be the set with cardinality of A is equal to n. Cardinality means total number of element present in that particular set. Okay, if total number of element present in set A are n, then the relation R on set A will be defined by using R star is equal to R union R2 union R3 union up to Rn. Okay, now this is a theoretical definition given. Okay, now let us discuss one example. Okay, see how they ask question here on this particular point is, here see, let A is equal to 1 2 3 3 4. Okay, 4 elements given in set A, and this is a R relation R defined on this set A. Okay, which contain elements like 1 2, then 2 3 and 3 4. Okay, now how to define relation R, what is relation, these points we have already discussed in our earlier session. Okay, if you find it difficult, then I request you all to please do watch our previous session first. Okay, and then proceed with this one. Okay, so here see, let us try to solve this particular example. What they have given in the input, they have given one set A. Okay, set A, which contains how many element in it? 4 element in it, 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, then one more input is given, that is R is defined on this set A, and what are the elements of R? 1 2, then 2 3, then 3 4. Okay, this is R given. Okay, which is defined on this set A. Okay, now what is question? We have to find R star. Okay, what is question here? We have to find R star. Star means what I said now, closure. We have to find transitive closure, and we have to draw diagram and draw diagram. Now what is diagram? Again we have already discussed in our earlier session. Okay, now let us try to find R star here. R star. Okay, now if you want to find R star, let us try to solve this example. Okay, if you want to find R star, then first of all you have to write your R as it is. Okay, so what is R given here? What is R? This is R. Okay, so 1 2, then 2 3, then 3 4. Okay, now this is R, only R, or sometime it is also called as R1 as well. If nothing is mentioned, then 1 we will consider it as 1, R1. Okay, now from this R1, see what is cardinality of A here? cardinality of A. How many elements are there in A? 4. So cardinality of A is 4. Okay. So here this is R1. Now what we have to find? We have to find R2. R2. Okay. Now how to find R2 is, see, if you want to find R2, then first of all you have to find R1. Okay, R1. Here actually this is transitive closure R1. Okay, so what is meaning of this one is, see, let me write this R1 once again. R1. Initially here I have written one R1. Again I am going to copy same R1. Okay, so 1, 2, then 2, 3, then 3, 4. Okay, this is R1. Okay, now what we have to find? R1 transitive closure R1. Okay, now how to find this? Now for this here actually we have to take reference of transitive closure, or if you remember, see, we have discussed some properties. Okay, let me recall that particular property. As I said earlier, we have discussed transitive relation point in our earlier session. Transitive relation point. Okay, R1 transitive relation R1 we have to find. So transitive relation means what? If A is having relation with B and B is having relation with C, then there must have A which is related to C. Okay, if A is having relation with B, B is having relation with C, then there must have A related to C. Okay, now how to find R2 here? See, before that, how to find R1 dot R1? So R2 is nothing but, see, this R2 is nothing but it is R1 dot R1. Okay, R1 dot R1. Okay, so let me again erase this. Initially now what we have done, I have written R1 two times, then now R1 we have to find R1. Okay, so I think you may get confused, so let me erase this particular part. Okay, and let me write it once again. What we have to find, initially what we are having, this is R1, we are having R1. So now what we have to find? We have to find R2. Okay, so how to find R2? This is R1 transitive closure R1. Okay, now how to find value for R1 transitive closure R1? See here, that's why two times R1 I have written here. Okay, now let us proceed with first element of this R1. Okay, so what is first element? 1, 2. So in second R1 you have to check whether start with 2 any element is there. Yes, this is element which is start with 2. So this 1 is having relation with 2, and in second set 2 is having relation with 3. So 1, 2, 2, 3 means in R1 you have to write 1, 3. 1 is having relation with 2, 2 is having relation with 3. So in transitive closure, there we have to add element like this, 1, 3. Okay. Now let us take second example. Okay. 2, 3. So starting with 3, any element is there in second R1? Yes. Starting with 3, this element is there. Okay. So 2 is having relation with 3. In second set, 3 is having relation with 4. So 2, 3, 3, 4 means here while adding element, we have to add element like this, 2, 4. Okay, and then again let us take last element 3, 4. Starting with 4, any element is there in this? No. Okay, so though here starting with 4, no element is there in second set, so no need to consider this element for that. Okay, so your R1 which is nothing but R2 contains how many element? Contains 2 element in it, 1, 3 and 2, 4. Okay. Now initially this is R1, this is R2. Now what we have to find? We have to find R3. Okay. How to find R3? R3 is nothing but, see, R3 is nothing but R2 R1. Okay. Means now this is our R2. We are having how many elements in R2? 2 elements. Okay. Now what we have to find? R2 transitive closure R1. Okay. So let us begin with first element of R2. For what is first element? 1, 3, and then R1. In R1 we have to check. Okay. So R2, this is first set. So what is first element of R2? That is 1, 3. Okay. And second set is what? R1. So in R1 now we have to check element start with 3. So this is element start with 3. So 1, 3, 3, 4 means the element that we have to add is what? 1, 4. Okay. And then second element of R2 is what? 2, 4. Starting with 4. Whether there is any element present in R1? No. In R1 no element is present. So your R3 contain what? Only one element. Okay. And then we have to find R4. So R4 is nothing but what? R3 transitive closure R1. Okay. So that will become R4. Okay. So what is your R3? R3 currently containing only one element in it. That is 1, 4. Right. So and second set is obviously our R1. So in R1 whether there is any element start with 4, both are R1. So any element present in R1 start with 4? No, because here started with 1, 2 and 3. Started with 4 element is not there. So your R4 will be 5. Okay. So here what we have done, what is our aim? We have to find R star. So for that what we have done, here initially this is R1, then from R1 we find R2. So what is R2? R2 is nothing but R1. So this is how we find R2. Then R3 is nothing but R2 R1. This is how we find R3. And then R4 is nothing but R3 R1. This is 5. Okay. Now final aim is what? We have to find now. See, why we have not find R5 here? Why we stop at R4? Because how many elements are there in set A? 4. So that's why 4 times only you have to find. Okay. We are not interested in finding R5 here because the cardinality of set A is 4. Okay. Now we have to find what? R star. That is nothing but it is transitive closure. So R star is nothing but it is R1 union R2 union R3 union R4. Getting my point? So R1, what are the elements of R1? So R1 1, 2, 2, 3 and 2, 4. So 1, 2, then 2, 3 and 3, 4. This is R1, right? Then what are the element that we have got in R2? That is 1, 3 and 2, 4. R2, see 1, 3 and 2, 4. Okay. Then we have to take R3. In R3 how many elements are there? Only one element, that is 1, 4. Okay. And R4 is 5. So no need to add in it. Okay. So finally this will become our R star. That is nothing but it is transitive closure. Transitive closure of R. Okay. Which is denoted by using this R star. Okay. I hope you are getting this particular point. Now one more question they have asked. After finding R star we have to draw diagram. Okay. So how to draw diagram? We have to draw diagram of this one. So see actually how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here let us draw diagram. So suppose this is denoted by using 1. This is 2. This is 3. And this is 4. Okay. So 1, 2. Okay. We have to draw diagram. Okay. So how to draw diagram? Here there is element present from 1 to 2. Okay. So while drawing diagram, see you have to draw directed arrow 1 to 2, then 2 to 3 is also there. So 2 to 3 directed arrow. Okay. Then this 3, 4 is also there. So 3 to 4 direction is important. Okay. Then 1 to 3 is also present. So 1 to 3. Okay. Then 2 to 4 is also present. So 2 to 4 and 1 to 4 is also present. 1 to 4. So this is what? This is diagram. This is diagram of this R star. Okay. So now I hope you are getting this point. If you find it difficult, you pause this video and wherever required, you just try to solve this particular example at your own, in your own notebook. Okay. Now let us discuss next point, that is partial ordered relation. Partial ordered relation. Okay. See what definition they have given for partial ordered relation is a binary relation R, capital R. Now whatever relation that we discussed earlier, that is also called as binary relation. Okay. A binary relation capital R on non-empty set A is partial ordered if R is reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive. Reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive. Okay. Now what is reflexive, what is antisymmetric and what is transitive we have already discussed. See, this is third term actually we are discussing here. We have earlier discussed equivalence relation, then we discussed compatible relation. Now I am going to discuss partial ordered relation. Okay. So what is definition given? When we can say that a relation is partial ordered if relation is reflexive, antisymmetric, okay, and then transitive. Okay. Then that relation is called as partial ordered relation. Okay. Now one more term we have to cover here. If relation is partial ordered, okay, suppose one set A is given. Okay, suppose let me take example here. Okay, suppose one set A is given, and one relation is defined on this set A. Okay, then according to definition of relation R, if relation R is defined on this set A, then relation R must be subset of what? A cross A. Right? So this definition we have already discussed in our earlier session. Okay. So if this relation R is reflexive, antisymmetric, just wait. Okay, so if this relation R is reflexive, then antisymmetric and transitive, then this relation R which is defined on this set A is called as what? It's called as partial ordered relation. Okay. And now this relation is defined on which set? On set A. And then later on if you write like this, on which set it is defined? On set A it is defined. And which relation defined? R relation is defined. If you write like this, then this particular set is called as poset. Okay. P stands for partial, O stands for order. Okay. Partial ordered set. Okay. Fine. Now one more point I just want to discuss here, that is Hasse diagram. Okay. For normal relation we draw diagram. Now for poset or partial ordered set we have to draw Hasse diagram. Okay. Now Hasse diagram is just more efficient version of diagram. Okay, so if you want to draw Hasse diagram, see Hasse diagram, very first point is Hasse diagram we can draw only of poset, not of any other set. Okay. Now if you want to draw Hasse diagram, then for that we have to follow some rules. Okay. Now what are the rules given here? If we want to draw Hasse diagram, are all, see, while drawing diagram in our earlier example here, we draw this diagram. So while drawing diagram we draw arrow, right? We have given direction. Okay. But while drawing Hasse diagram, no need to draw arrow on the edges, means no need to represent direction of arrow. Okay. Then second point is no need to mention loops as well. Okay. Then similarly an arc or edge is not present in the diagram if implied by transitivity. There is an arc from A to B only if there is no element C such that A less than equal to C and C less than equal to B. Okay. Its meaning we'll discuss with the help of example in a while. Okay. And last point is an arc pointing upward is drawn from A to B. Okay. Where A must be less than equal to B and arrowheads are not used. Arrowheads are not used. Loops also not used. Okay. All arrowheads that appears on the edges are omitted. Okay. Now let us discuss one example. Let us discuss one example. Just a minute. Okay. Now here one example given. Okay. Say let us try to solve this example. Again here set A is given. Set A is given. Okay, so what are the elements given in set A? 2, 2, 3, 4 and 6. Okay. And what is question? See, and let A R B. A R B means, as I said in my previous session, small a is having relation with small b. Okay. If A divides B, then show that R is partial ordered and draw Hasse diagram. Show that R is partial ordered and draw Hasse diagram. Okay. Now this is question. Now see, here in the input, let us try to solve this particular example. In the input, what we are having? We are having one set A, right? 2, 3, 4, 6, 4 elements given. And one relation is given in statement form, that is R. R actually we have to find here. But to find R, what condition they have given? A is having relation with B if A divides B. A divides B. Means what? When small a divides small b, then only that particular element we can add in R. Okay, for example, here see, if I write 2, 2. Okay, when I divide 2 by 2, what will be remainder that we will get? We will get remainder as 0. So its meaning is 2 divides 2. Okay, so though here 2 divides 2, that element we have to add in R because A divides B is a condition given. Okay, so similarly now how to add second condition? Is it whether it is possible for us to add this element? See, 2, 3. 2 means here A and 3 means B. 2 divides 3? No. Why? Because when we write like this, 3 divided by 2, remainder, in that case remainder will not be 0. Remainder will not be 0. Okay. So that's why 2, 3 we just cannot add. Okay, but 2, 4 we can add because